Hello and welcome back, guys. So in our previous tutorial we have seen how you are going to create an app in Angular with a header and its content, and how you are going to load a component with its default route. Alright, so in this tutorial we are going to see how you can create your first Angular application and style it according to their first project described on angular.io. So here am I loading the first project on StackBliss from angular.io, and we are going to design first of all the top header which they have on their demo page. And let's first go to the styles.css. So I would be copying these styles directly, and we won't be focusing much on the styles and CSS right now, because this lecture is more focused on how you can develop your project in Angular instead of how you can design it. So in your project's src folder there is a file called styles.css. Alright, so this file is placed inside angular.json. Angular.json is like a manifest of your project which says which file or styles or assets or icons, images should be loaded into your project workspace. So this is the location of styles.scss which we have given over here. It starts from src/styles.scss. So whatever styles or SCSS we would be pasting or writing over here would be applicable in the entire application. Alright, I would be sharing with you guys like how you can write global CSS as well as a local CSS for your component itself. So whatever CSS you would be writing over here in the top bar component won't be affecting anything in the product list component, even though it would be having the same name. Alright, so let's copy the styles.scss file. So we have copied it, and there is one more thing that we need to copy, that's the icon styles. So let's go to index.html of the project and copy the link of fonts.googleapis.com. We will be using it in a different way later on. We would be using it using npm. We would be downloading a package and then giving the path of that file to angular.json, and then we would be using it in our project. But for the initial project, let's do it this way. Alright, I would be copying it just below this. The shortcut I have used is Alt Shift and F key. This will format or indent your application's code, so you don't need to worry about it. So I have copied the styles.css and index.html file, and now let's see what our application looks like. So you can see that your header styles have changed, and now we'll see what they have exactly over there. So they have an anchor as well as another anchor which has this material icon for shopping cart and checkout text on inside it. So we'll be checking out the things one by one. First of all, we'll be using the anchor for the my application title. Alright, so now what does this do? Alright, you will notice the change over here. You can see when I'm hovering over the text, it's showing me the hand icon. Alright, and if I click over it, it would do nothing. So if you guys know, anchor has that property which is called as href property, and we usually write the path to the page that we want to visit like this instead of what we have over here. So for a moment I would be removing this thing, and let's see what happens if I use this. So now if I click over here, it refreshes the page. You guys notice this title, around this title there is an icon, and when I click over here it refreshes the page. So the entire concept of Angular application is that it's a single page application, which means that it won't be loading or re-rendering the entire application every time you click on a link. So to do this, we have a router package in app.modules. Alright, this is a sub module that we have created, app routing module. If we go to this module, then you can see that we have this router module added over here for the root of our application. Alright, so this package allows us to use this directive called router link and to the path or the link to which we want to visit. Alright, so slash means that we want to visit the main root page of the application, or you can call it like this. So it's the same. If you call it like this or this, it's almost the same. You can see there is no difference in it. So this is the way in which we specify the anchor tag with the route. Another link that we have is for the icon, so I'll be pasting it over here. So you guys can see the change. We have the checkout button as we have it on the official site. One thing which is remaining is this products. Alright, so let's go to the product list component and see what they have over there. So there is one h2 element which is called product, which has the content called product to be precise. Now let's see what happens. So we have things working exactly as they have on their demo project site. Alright, so we are good to start with this. Now we don't need this project. This is just for reference. I was explaining you guys how you can use this project as a reference to start up with your first Angular project, and now we won't be using this. We would be proceeding further with what they have provided on this site, how they are rendering different product lists and how they are showing different options on the screen. And let's start with that. So first of all, what they have is a list of products. So you'll see how you can load a list of products instead of this static products header over here. So let's start with it. So the first section talks about how you can list the products in this product list component and how you can show the product name from each list item, but they don't have any information about how this product's data should look like. So these are few informations which are missing from this tutorial. So this is the thing that we would be working on our own. So they have this name called products, so we would be declaring this products. Whatever logical or functional or data related part of the project is there, that kind of work is done in this ts file. Alright, this ts for short stands for TypeScript. So to do this, what we are going to do is we are going to declare a variable which is the products, and we would be having its type. For now we would be having it any, an array of type any, and then we would be declaring a few products inside it. So TypeScript is a bit different from JavaScript, that we have types specified in it. Alright, so this is one brief distinction between both of these. So how we are going to describe our product, so we would be seeing the reference from their site. Before I explain you what this is, let's first specify a few products and then we will start. So they are using product.name. So let's use this. They have phone XL, phone mini and phone standard as three different products. So let's have this field called name in one property. Alright, phone XL. Second one is phone mini. And third one is phone standard. Alright, so these are three products which are there in the list. So how do we render these products over here in our product list.html file, and then they can be seen easily over here in our products list component? Alright, to do that, what we are going to use is we are going to use this ng-for directive. Alright, so let me just show you guys how we are going to use this ng-for directive by writing it on our own. So we place star before we use ng-for directive. Okay, this is one thing which is different from other directive. If you guys remember, in the beginning of this tutorial I have told you how do we have a router link directive, and how now I am talking to you that this is another directive. So there is a difference between the directives which begin from star and the directives which begin inside this square bracket. Alright, so these directives which are declared in or which are used with the square directives are the directives which just alter some properties or some minor changes in the styles of the page, something related to the view, or you can say that customization of the UI related things which are done by these directives. Alright, but the directives which begin with star are the directives which change the DOM. So they are something which would add something in the DOM or remove something from the DOM. For those who don't know what DOM is, just search for it on W3 Schools and you guys would be knowing what do I mean by the DOM. So this would be dynamically adding more headers, divs, or anything else using this ng4 directive. Alright, so this is the reason why we have this structural directive specified with the star. Okay, so now just like we have for loop in other languages, we would be using a for loop over here. So for loop works like this. We have this let, and then we use a name specified for each iteration of that item. Alright, so it means something like bring product out of products. Alright, so this would mean something like, for example, if I have 1, 2 and 3, so this will say that first of all bring me 1 from this, then in the second iteration it will say bring this for me. Alright, so in each iteration we would be having this. I hope you guys can understand from this what I'm talking about. So one by one we would be getting all these things, and what one over here is the product, and products is this array. Alright, so this product, sorry I misspelled it, it should be small. Alright, so this products is this array, and this is just an example, but this products belongs to this component file in which this HTML exists. So this will refer to this products. Now what we are going to do is that this will be rendering the products, but it won't be showing anything right now. See, nothing happens, but still there are no errors because we have used the syntax perfectly fine. And now we would be using an h3 tag over here, so let's use it. And to render the content of this product, so how do we use this product object? This is the thing which we would be getting in the product. Alright, so this is one product, then this is another product. Alright, one by one we will be getting all these products. So how do we render the data of this product? So for that we will be using these two curly braces syntax. Inside this we would be calling this product and the property that we want to render. So this is called a string interpolation syntax, and this would be rendering the content, string content of this object and using its property. So let's now check what we get on the screen. So this is the output that we are getting, which resembles exactly like what they have over there. Just some padding is missing, which we can fix on our own later on, but right now I think that's fine. So this is the exact thing that we are getting right now. Let's move on to the next thing that they are showing. They are saying that to render the title, just like this over here on the anchor tag, you can use this title directive. Alright, and then use the product.name with the additional string appended to it, which is called as details. So let's now try this out and see what happens. Alright, so let's now check what happens, and if I hover over it, you guys can check out that I get the title and the name, sorry, and the details string that we have appended to it, just like this. So details is coming as a constant string along with every name that we have, and this the reason is that details doesn't exist on the component, and we have neither used any string interpolation for it, so it definitely means that it's a constant. So we have the list of products and the title for it, and now let's see what they have in the next section. So fourth section says that how you can add product description using a paragraph, and there is a condition called ngIf. ngIf is just like a if statement, or we can say conditional statement, which states that if this condition is true, then do something. This is also a structural directive, because if this condition is not true, then the element on which it is specified won't be appearing on the DOM or the web page. So how do we use this? Let's see. They are using a description property from the products. So let's first add it, but there is a twist. We won't be adding this property to all the products. We would just be adding it to 2 of the products. So let's specify it first, description, and let's say something like Excel is the best option. Alright, I don't know what I should do for this description, but I'm writing something out of my mind. So we have two products with description and one doesn't even has this property. So now let's see what we can do to use it. So we are going to use a paragraph for displaying the description. Then we are going to use the structure directive called njif, and if this product or description field or the data exists on this product, then only then in that condition we would be rendering the content of this product using string interpolation. So if you guys see the difference over here, that I'm using product or description over here like this, but when it comes to displaying the content, I'm using string interpolation. So this will also return me the value, but this value is something like a value which this structural directive can process as a content, and this is something which DOM can render as a text. Alright, this is the difference you guys need to understand between these two things that we have over here, and I would be giving you references for these so you don't need to worry about it. And let's now see what happens on our screen. So if you guys see, we have this title over here and we have a description over here, but we can't understand which belongs to which thing. So let's write something over here which can briefly describe what's happening. And as you guys can see, we have phone Excel as a name, and then title of it appears when we hover over it, and then there's a description of these products. First product has a description, second also has a description, but third doesn't has it, and we don't get any error on the console either, and we don't have any error on the compiler either. So this is a thing which is working fine. We have exactly something what they have on the tutorial side. Only the difference I think is the color now. So don't worry about the color schemes, we can fix those things later on. Alright, so this is the thing that we have already done. Now next big thing is they are using this button for share option. This button should appear before each product, which would give user a feeling that they can share the product. So how you can use a button over here? Let's use button, and then they have an option of clicking. This is the event, and we would be listening it, and how we would be using it I would be telling you guys, but first of all let's see what happens. So this is giving me an error that you have specified click but it calls or does nothing. Okay, so this is the error which you will face. So to use the actual function or the thing that would be using this event, we would be declaring a function called share, and now we have to specify this function over here in the product list component TypeScript file. So let's do that too. Okay, so this is the way in which you can specify click event to a element and then use it inside a function with your TypeScript file. So as specified, we have a share option button over here. One more thing is that before we proceed further, I think it's better to add some padding because it's sticking towards the left, and we'll be using a div and including everything inside that div. We would be indenting it with Alt Shift and F, and then specifying style to it, and this is the way in which you can specify the styles inline to it. And I would be using padding. Alright, let's use padding to all the four sides. I'd be using a padding of 10 pixels. I hope that's fine. Let's now check what happens. I think that looks perfectly fine. Okay, and now we'd be specifying what happens when we click on this function. Right now nothing happens, but as you can see, they show a pop-up dialog or something like that on the screen. What it is, I would be showing you guys now. So how we can show this dialog, it's a bit detailed thing. So before that, how we can check that the share button is even working or not? To do that, what we can do is we can do something like this. We can use a JavaScript alert function and specify what message we need to show over it. So we can do something like this: this product is being shared. We are just showing an informational message, and then we will see how this looks like on the screen. So I have added this inside our project, and now you can see whenever I click on share, it would just show me an alert which states that this product is being shared. Spelling mistake over there, and now to be precise, it's working perfectly fine. So we know that this is the function which is working. So how can we know that which which product has called this function. So apart from what they have on their site, I am showing you one more thing, how you can access the value of this product inside this function and show it inside this product, the alert. So how we can do is, whenever we are clicking on this product, we have this button inside our product div. So each product will have its own default instance on the DOM, and we can access the product when it's getting iterated. So I can do something like this when I'm calling this share function, and with this event of click I am passing the product along with it, and over here I can specify same, I need the product with type any, means any type of product can be shown over here, and I would be accessing the property of it which is called the name. So let's use it. I'll be using a colon and a space, and then I would be specifying a plus operation, and then product dot name. I'm appending it to the string because alert can only render a string. And let's now see what happens. It's getting loaded and compilation is done, and let's click on share. So it says that this product is being shared and the name of product is product Excel. And if I click on phone standard share, then it will tell me that this product is being shared, which is called phone standard, and same is the case with phone mini. So far this is very good and everything is working fine as needed, and you can also see the component structure of this project. These are the things which are working perfectly fine with them, but there are later things they have, like this product alert component and related functionality to how inter-component communication should be done, which is not listed very nicely over there. And for this I would be creating a different tutorial of my own, and we would be creating our own small project of blog or something similar in next few days, and then I would be showing you guys how you can create a very good Angular first project which you can definitely put in your portfolio and then use it. Keep following me, and do like and subscribe to my channel for more information related to Angular, React, Node.js. You can visit my business site developersapp.com/blog for the blog related to development and related stuff. If you need any development or designing service, you can visit my website called developersapp.com and contact me over there too. And do follow me on GitHub. github.com/Tawfiq Kadri is my ID, and you can also follow me on LinkedIn. So keep following guys, keep watching, stay tuned, do subscribe to my channel.